All right, this is check understanding number 2. Here we go. This time we are going to be completing the square for an equation of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, wherein the a value is less than 0, which means it's negative. Okay, I put a hint again. So we'll read the hint after we have gone through the question. Determine the equation of the axis of symmetry of the parabola with the equation y equals negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Now, guys, how do you find the equation of the axis of symmetry? Well, isn't it that the equation of the axis of symmetry would always be x equals something, right? And that something would be the x coordinate of the vertex, which means that to be able to do this, what we need to do is find the vertex and then get the x coordinate of the vertex, and the axis of symmetry would be x equals the x coordinate of the vertex. Does that make sense? And that's what I meant here. All right. Okay. So y equals negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. To turn this into the vertex form, you have to factor out a negative 2 from the first two terms only. Okay, x squared. Now guys, always be careful, okay? If you're going to factor out a negative 2 from the 5, that would be a negative 5 halves here. All right. How do you know if you're doing it correctly? Multiply these two. Negative 2 times negative 5 halves, that would be positive 10 over 2, which is positive 5x. Okay. All right. And then the minus 3 would be out here. Let's figure out what gets to be added here to make it a perfect square trinomial. So that would be plus, what is that value? Well, divide this by 2. Negative 5 halves divided by 2, that would be negative 5 over 4. Then what we're going to do, square it. Okay. And then what? Take note, whatever you add, remember guys, this value would be positive because even if it's a negative, you square it, it becomes a positive. You're adding this, but you're multiplying it by negative 2. So in reality, you're actually subtracting something. So we need to be adding something to be able to counter that. So let's figure out first what this is. What is negative 5 over 4 squared? That would be 25 over 16. 25 over 16 times 2, or negative 2, that would be negative 50 over 16. So you might write here 50 over 16, all right? Not negative 50, remember, since it became negative 50 over 16, you are subtracting negative 50 over 16, therefore you have to add 50 over 16. Are we good? Okay. So let's see what happens. And of course, some of you might say, yeah, that would be 25 over 8. I know, okay. So y equals negative 2 times x minus 5 over 4. Now guys, do you notice that I always write it in this format? I don't actually square it because when I put it in vertex form, it's this number that I'm going to be using in the binomial. So why do I have to write 25 over 16 when I don't really need that value? Okay, I need it here though. All right, minus 3 plus 25 over 8. Now, for these two to go together, they have to have the same denominator. Negative 2 times x minus 5 over 4 squared. All right. Minus 24 over 8 plus 25 over 8. All right. So let's just check the values. Giving us y equals negative 2 times x minus 5 over 4 squared plus 1 over 8. What is our vertex? The vertex is 5 over 4, 1 over 8. We can now get the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry would be x equals the x value of the vertex, which is 5 over 4. And there's your answer. Thank you for watching. Bye.